Well, good afternoon, and here we are on another Saturday afternoon, and we're inviting you back in to tell my 2013 story. And this afternoon, we're really excited because we really have a good story to tell you this afternoon because we have an individual with us this afternoon that truly has a story to tell. We're blessed this afternoon to have with us Miss Kenyetta Campbell, the Executive Director of the Cody Rouge Alliance. And Kenyetta, welcome to Tell My 2013 Story.
Thanks for having me.
Trying to get you to the table here for a while, but you know we're very busy in the community. But we definitely want to hear from you today and the good things that you're doing over in the Cody Rouge community. So I guess in all ways, we want to just kind of start. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your commitment to your charge over in the community and the work that you do.
Well, as the Executive Director for the Cody Rouge Community Action Alliance, I humbly serve in this position. I am a resident of the Cody Rouge neighborhood, pretty much been here majority of my life, other than one. I went to Eastern Michigan University and graduated in 1995. And then also I was able to obtain my master's degree in organizational development. And you know, once I completed my degrees, I said I really wanted to do something a little bit different and began to come back to my neighborhood and just give back and figure out ways to really assist in addressing young people in the community.
You know, that's one of the outstanding qualities, and since I have met you and known you, you have many outstanding qualities, but that one about you wanted to come and give back. You know, that's something that we got to send a message out to our community more and more of. We need those who have found the pathway to success and have developed skill levels to come back and share those with the community that is in much need. So we know that you have come back to the Cody Rouge community, which you're a part of, and got involved. And at this point, we talk about you being the executive director of the Cody Rouge Alliance, but just what does that mean? What is the Cody Rouge Alliance?
Yep. Well, the Cody Rouge Community Action Alliance is a planning and advocacy body that's located in the city of Detroit, on the far west side of Detroit. And our organization is really much responsible for bringing all stakeholders together, in particular residents and youth that live in the community. We come together to develop a common agenda to address issues that impact families and youth. So if you will, we are considered as like the center point of accountability for the neighborhood, ensuring that there's a strategic plan and master plans for each area of the community, and making sure that anytime any type of developments are going on in the neighborhood, that the residents' voices are lifted up and the youth are involved in the process to impact any change that happens.
Wow, well, that's some great understandings that a community that is self-empowering itself through this effort of strategy and planning and working together in the community. What are some of the highlights of the efforts that have been made under your leadership?
Yeah, there are a lot of highlights that we're proud to announce to the community. In particular, when we first started with the initiative, it's a part of the Skillman Foundation Good Neighborhoods Initiative, and it started back in 2007. So the first highlight was really to bring together people who were doing great work throughout the community already, but really wasn't working together. Didn't know about different services that were already there. So with this particular initiative, we were able to have community planning meetings to hear from the community, to find out what would be the best ways to resolve solutions, what are the key issues that are impacting families. And in doing that, we decided as a community that we wanted to develop hubs throughout the neighborhood. We wanted to have one central hub located within the middle of the neighborhood, and then identify additional hubs to make sure that there's services for everyone. So with that, we wanted to develop a full community center in which we were able to receive Don Bosco Hall Community Resource Center. So that's considered like the major large hub that's located in the community. And we also have several other hubs with our faith community, as well as your organization, the Detroit Impact Center, that's been doing great work, and we commend you on the work that you've been doing. So again, we were really looking for different places to hold facilities to hold programs. Also, one of the major highlights is when we first started the initiative, we wanted to make sure that youth were at the table at the beginning. So we developed what's called the Cody Rouge Youth Council, and we reached out to various organizations and churches to identify young people who wanted to be a part of this group, and that's when the Youth Council was formed. And again, Detroit Impact played a major role in addressing that and assisting with developing the Cody Rouge Youth Council. So again, Mr. Colbert, we thank you for that and your leadership. Some of the things that the kids wanted to see happen at the beginning, they wanted to address safety. Safety was something that was near and dear to their hearts. So they decided they wanted to have a forum to hear from the young people, more students, to talk about issues that impact children. And safe routes to school was the main thing that came up. So they decided to reach out to different organizations to assist with developing safe routes to school. And at that point in time, Detroit Impact and the Brothers of Patrol was a part of that. So we've been able to see major progress as it relates to addressing safety. Also, one of the major initiatives is the youth violence prevention that we are also a part of, and this is with the Obama administration identified 10 cities throughout the country, and Detroit was selected as one of those cities to address the crime and violence. So we feel that those are some of our major success stories, and there's many more, but we're proud of those in particular.
Well, from my working along with the Cody Rouge Alliance and what's happening in the community, you're right. There's a lot of good things going on in the community. And again, that's the basis of our story here at Tell Your 2013 Story, that there are a lot of positive and good things going on in the city of Detroit that need to be shared with the rest of the community and the rest of the world, to know that there are communities like the Cody Rouge community that is developing leadership within the community itself, that is providing resources in the community that might make this community the type of place that people want to live, do business, go to church, and go to school.
Yes,
and
definitely.
your organization is kind of tapped into all of that, the business side of it, the
Yes.
school side of it, the community side of it. And since you've been in existence now, what is one or two of the things that you have seen as far as progress that has really been made through this effort?
I think some other things that we were able to accomplish in progress is that we really wanted to engage the business community, and at the same time we wanted to make sure that we were developing entrepreneurs within the neighborhood. And that was one of my passions, because before I started the work I had an organization called PEEPS, and that mission was basically to develop entrepreneurs for young people as well as teach them how to be financially literate. So it's great to be able to provide entrepreneurship training programs for adults, and we've been able to partner with Prosper Us Detroit in order to implement that. We had our first graduating class in January. Many of these individuals were looking to start businesses within the community, identifying what some of the needs are for the community, and then developing businesses for that. We worked closely with the Joy Southfield CDC Corporation, in which they're pretty much responsible for developing a commercial corridor on Joy Road that's considered our downtown Cody Rouge. So we've been able to attract different businesses to open up in our local communities, both individuals who live within the neighborhood as well as begin to attract other corporations to move into Cody Rouge.
Well, at this time period in our city of Detroit, it is truly refreshing to hear the good things of how communities are being pulled together and making things work. What are some of your challenges, though, in the work? I know that to do community organizing, bringing people together, community together, is not always an easy task.
Right. Challenges. Well, it's kind of hard to talk about challenges because I think anytime there is issues that go on, we as a community, we have figured out ways to nip it in the bud like really soon. So, for example, anytime there's a lot of great work that's going on in the neighborhood, and oftentimes people want to be associated with great things, and we're proud of that. But what happens is a lot of times organizations from outside of the community, they may want to partner with the community, but may not know how to do that effectively. So, as an alliance, it's our responsibility to meet with these organizations prior to them moving into the community to kind of hear about what are some things they would like to do. And then if we already have partners that are already doing that great work, we then convene those organizations together so that they can kind of figure out ways that they can work together as a collective and then move forward. So that's a challenge within itself, but again, it's an asset to have, and it's a great thing to have because we want more people to come in and to assist with some of the great things that are already going on in the community.
Great. And I know there's one element that we're always interested in, and we're going to talk about bringing you back to do a series with us, because Tell My 2013 Story is a series of shows that we do, and again, to highlight these positive things that are going on in the community that someone else might become a resource to you, or you be a resource to them. But the knowledge has to get out. The word has to get out, and that's what this medium is all about. Plus, it's an opportunity for us to teach our young people the production, because the production is done by our youth. So we want to bring some of the young people of Cody Rouge back. Awesome. And interview them as well, and allow them to share their experiences that they have benefited from being a part of the Cody Rouge Action Alliance. Any last words that you would like to share with those viewing audience out there about your work
Yes.
or your future endeavors there?
Definitely. Well, I can say as a resident of this neighborhood, pretty much, like I said, I've been here all my life. It's great to be able and to be involved with impacting change in the local community. Also being able to impact change within Cody High Schools. I am a graduate of Cody High School, so for me, it's exciting to see great things that are going on. Different resources coming into the neighborhood, organizations that are willing to work together as a collective to address issues, and most of all, being able to provide a safe place for young people. We know that oftentimes within the city, within the country, then there's young people that are always afraid to walk to and from school or attend school or travel throughout the neighborhoods. So it's our responsibility as a community to make sure that we develop systems and strategies to make sure that our young people are safe. So those are my closing remarks. And again, I thank you for allowing me to come out today to express some of the great things that are going on in Cody Rouge. And we really believe that we're building a model for the nation.
That's a great thought. That's a great thought. That's a great ending. Right, again, tell my 2013 story. And we're always excited to have individuals like Ms. Campbell to be a part of a show. As you see, she's a lot of good work and a lot of good things going on in her community. As part of what she does in the Cody Rouge community can be repeated throughout our city. And at this particular time when we are going through a transition in the city of Detroit, it is refreshing and it's good news to hear about self-help, self-development, and opportunities that are being provided in our communities. So I want to commend you for your work and your efforts.
Thank you very much.
And we are going to have you back, and we're going to bring some of your staff, some of your young people back, and let them share this great story about what's going on in the Cody Rouge community. Once again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for Tell My 2013 Story, the good and positive things that are happening in and around our city of Detroit.
Thank you.